Everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Chicago Bears. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff, right around the corner, is standing by to call the action. Here are Brent.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This fielded at the 2. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45. Play action. Now it's Allen. Open man is Trey Burton.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. A look now at the starters for the Giants defensively. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game is sky high. In fact, you'd absolutely be stunned to come away with a loss.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. That's going to be caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bullet good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They will be led out by a 2nd-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Clock now to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball is thrown.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Throwing now is Locke. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Locke. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. To throw it is Locke. Rolling to his right. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready? 10, 2, stop. Look at me. Go. Check it out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Leo.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now Saquon Barkley, and he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. Saquon Barkley, touchdown number 18 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, you know, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it's a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold them.
On second down, it's Cohen. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Draw play, Cohen. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it'll be Giant football, first and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Locke going to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Locke now on first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
70, Indy. 61, Matchbox Lights. 2.
Throwing again on second down. Locke, that's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now he'll pull it down. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
To throw again on second down. Locke looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and 8. Barkley. And an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Locke's trying to hurry him up with that clock running. This is Barkley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Check my 42.
They go play action here on first down. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 14-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. That's complete to Robinson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing now is Allen, and he completes it to Cohen. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Allen off the play fake. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And boy, they hit that one.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The New York set to take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On second down now, it's Cohen. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Giants. Julio Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now Allen off the bootleg. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, holding in the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
On the carry, it's Montgomery. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at about the 14. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
15. Hey, Zoo. Now.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Locke to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. This defense trying to do its part. Active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down.
Here we go. 45 to Mike.
Lock gonna go on fourth down. Man open, it's Goodwin. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Bears will get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen, he gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards the pickup there. On play action, Allen. It's complete to Robinson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Allen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Micah Hyde comes flying in from safety for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now they'll run it with Cohen. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
He's got Burton here. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up fourth down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
And Robinson with a big catch. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Complete, Smith has it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On second down, Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter,
got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Jordan Franks, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play-action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend? For the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with.
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations. So it is harder to defend.
The New York set to take the field. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Clock will try again on 2nd down, and he fires one incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Allen now on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen, an 80-yard touchdown, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This one taken just inside the 10. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the 31, Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll run with Barkley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. A first down carry for Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Lock to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. To throw is locked. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is doing.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last.